Hello players and coaches, this is Doc Scholl, baseball analyst and instructor, and today we're going to break down two lefties. On the left you have Clayton Kershaw, a dominant lefty pitcher from the Dodgers, and on the right you have my junior lefty pitcher who does two components that I look for in pitchers exactly like Clayton Kershaw. And I'm going to break it down for you and show you where they do these two parts the same and some things that are slightly different. So let's pause and go back. The first thing we're going to talk about, and you see me talk about this a lot, is that lifting leg. And if you watch Clayton Kershaw, how he actually helps by starting a rotation to lift his leg to get that back pocket towards home plate. And two things you'll notice is not only does he get that back pocket directly towards home plate, and he keeps his eyes directly on a target. Then you have my junior pitcher who has really worked on this and has one of the best upper rotations of any of my pitchers. Is he does a great job of creating that hip towards home plate and his eyes on a target. So that's component one that I really like. And again, we then talk about the first part where you start to lean towards home plate. If you watch the kid on the right, he has really worked hard on this lean, and he gets more than the average player. And what Clayton does, which is interesting, he drops his leg, which is very rare for a pitcher, but keeps his head up. His head is still up here. He drops it down, and then he starts his lean. So we're going to take a look and break down and see what the measurements are. And one of the tips I give is to zoom in first before you use your angle tool. And we're going to go down to his foot and back, and notice that he is about 95 degrees. We're then going to zoom into my lefty junior, and we're going to measure from his head down to his foot, and his lean is about 97. And the major league average is 95 to 98. So both of them do this extremely well. That's component one that I looked at. The second part is really interesting, is how they explode out. They do a great job with exploding out, but keeping that upper body back so they can reserve the power. And Spencer really has worked hard on this. He used to leap out more, and now he's really striding out and trying to keep that weight back. So we could measure that also from the head to his hip and out. If you notice, Clayton Kershaw is at 127, and my lefty pitcher Spencer, this is one thing that we're going to work on this winter. His average range has been about 108 to 111. And I'd like to see if I can get him to stay back a little bit more. So that's one aspect that we're going to work on this winter. And then finally, we talked about making sure that you get 87% of your height on your stride. And you'll notice that Clayton Kershaw really gets out there with great extension, and Spencer has really worked hard to do the same thing, and he's closer to home plate. You can see how far he is out here releasing the ball. And also, I always look for that ability to get away from the rubber and get closer to home plate. So I hope you enjoyed my video. If you'd like to send me a comment, email me at doc2323@gmail.com, or check up my YouTube channel. Just search in Google Doc Scholl. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much.